Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be a match between INnoVation and Elazer, and by match I mean a best of 5 from the Stay-at-Home Story Cup. Top left-hand side for game number 1 on Simulacrum, it is INnoVation. And in the bottom right, it is the blue Zerg player, Elazer. Playing under the name Elazer, which I don't know what that means at all. He is Polish. And maybe it's a Polish thing? I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments so I can learn something. Alright, so ZVT best of 5 here from the Stay-at-Home Story Cup, the playoffs. And let's see if INnoVation can beat Elazer. INnoVation is higher ranked in Aligulac, but Zerg is favored in the ZVT matchup these days. So I kind of feel like we're going to have a very tightly contested series here. Pool first here from Elazer, and is this? No, that's ×2. 18 hatch here from Elazer, but pool first. And in PvZ, professional PvZ these days, according to the GSL matches that I watched yesterday, a lot of the time the Zerg will just go 14 hatch instead of 16 because they're so tired of getting blocked by probes, and I know that feel. So maybe I'll go 14 as well. Just mimicking what the pros do because, you know, if you want to improve, just do what the professional players do. SCV scouting like a good little Terran that INnoVation is here. We have a Reaper. Reaper's name is Hajime. I don't know how to say that. After being betrayed again in the war he fought against the gods, trying to find a way back to his home, Japan, the gods transported him to yet another hellscape, StarCraft 2. He finds himself trapped in a Reaper suit, fighting yet another trial on his journey home. Yes, I think that's a J. Hard to tell. Hajime. The font of looking at this in is weird. Anywho, this guy, looking for an Overlord, I guess. The Overlord could be over there scouting around, but no, he's just coming into the main base. Coming right in the front door, see what's what. He's got a little perch he can hide on. Oh, and he's staying home because he knows it's a pool first because the SCV saw what's happening. So nicely done. That's why you SCV scout, ladies and gentlemen. Because the pool first option is a real option. And Zerg players like to do it all the time. Let's see when you lose vision on this. Right there. Okay, ding, invisible. Overlord perching spot is real. Roaches in production. Dang. You going for an early attack here? I kind of like it, Elazer. I kind of like this early roach rush thing. Oh, he's going. He going hard. He's got a bunch of roaches that he just popped out. He's got 4 of them. This poor Reaper's like, hey guys, what's up? Ow, ow, ow. Ooh, he does escape. I thought he was going to die. A couple more hits he would have. So he sees the roaches. He knows what's happening. All right, so at this stage of the game, what you want to do is just get a bunker up. You want to get a tank out as fast as you can, which is what the tech lab is for here on the factory. Third base is coming up from Elazer, and he is droning behind this. So this is not a crazy, let's just throw everything we have in INnoVation right now and win or lose type scenario. Is this Reaper still seriously harassing? Wow, he's still messing with him. Still messing with Elazer here, and he's still alive. So nicely done. All right, the roaches arrive, but there's a bunker on the high ground. Let the Ravagers enter the game here. We should already have one. Did he cancel? No, he's got one. Okay, that's where it is. That's where he is. He's going to go ahead and try to corrosive bile down some stuff. He's going to use the high ground of that Overlord to take down a supply depot, which is not going to supply block INnoVation, but he's close, and that totally sucks. You don't want to be supply blocked under any stretch. Third base from Elazer is coming up, and INnoVation's natural is hiding inside his main. He's oversaturated. This is some really nice pressure out of Elazer. He just, what are you going home for, though? Are you done? You really just done? Wow, all right. I mean, it's fair, I guess. Your third base is up. INnoVation's natural is done, and it is saturated. I mean, if it was a Protoss and you'd shut down the attempt at a natural base, yeah, the Protoss would be way behind, but Terran can just lift and land, and they land it again when the danger's over, and they basically, nothing happened. They were denied a little bit. They don't have to rebuild that base. You know what I mean? Whoa, did that build... Look at this building. How it just kind of phases out of existence. Ah! It's back! And now it's gone. It's like if there are units nearby, it disappears. That's so weird. All right, bit of a Marine drop, but man, that is so hard to pull off when your opponent already has Ravagers. Like, all right, so the Cyclone's at the third base trying to get some stuff done, not really accomplishing much, but the attack in the main base doing a little bit here, killing some drones, going to try to focus on that Queen. She does run away in time, the Ravagers show up, and that's it. This is what I'm talking about. So the Ravagers are pretty good base defense against most of the Terran have at this stage of the game. I mean, if it's like 30 Marines, sure, the Ravagers aren't going to do very well, but in these small numbers, they're going to do okay. Third base, again, getting harassed, but not much else happening. Third base for INnoVation is done inside of his main. He is working on all of the bio in the known world right now. Mainly Nest coming in for Elazer, and we're just settling in to more of a standard TVZ than the opening would have suggested, interestingly enough. Yeah, I thought Elazer was going to go for a big ol' Roach Ravager push there, but nope. He just kind of messed with INnoVation a little bit, recognized there was a bunker, recognized there were tanks coming out, and said, yeah, let's live to fight another day. Not a great unload position. There you go. Get on out. Ooh, I think the Reaper got picked up too. Hey, Hajime is alive. Let's see how many, oh, hold on. These lings, though. Suddenly Zerglings, though. The Cyclone's gonna die. The Marines are in a lot of trouble here, too. Tank fire doing friendly fire damage to their buddies right there. That was incredibly damaging. Both these supply depots are going to die. Is that going to supply block INnoVation? Yes, it absolutely is going to get close to it. Anyway, tank on that high ground is absolutely INnoVation's savior right now. Without this tank, I think he's just dead. But he's able to keep the tank there. Everything's fine. Is the Reaper still alive? Is the Reaper in the bunker? No. I think the Reaper died. No, he's alive. Where is he? Marines, SCVs. I guess we can find him, can't we? Oh, no, he is dead. What? Am I blind? It doesn't say he has a Reaper, but it also doesn't say there's one that's dead. Did he escape the game? What is even happening right now? Maybe we can find him. I don't... There was a Reaper in this game, right? Did I hallucinate that whole thing? Am I having a mental break? I hope not. Production tab. We'll go back to the production tab here. Elazer working on 1-1 for his Lings and his Banelings and his potential Ultralisks, where we're probably going to go in the late game here. Centrifugal Hooks coming in as well. Lings are like, yeah, you are... No. No. INnoVation? Come on, there you go. He doesn't lose anybody, but that was a near thing that he almost did. Look at how far the Lings have to run to get back here. God, this little drop area is so abusive. Trying to focus down. The hatch does force a cancel on that fifth base. Fourth base is already done. Fifth gets canceled under construction temporarily. That's a minor victory here for INnoVation. Dude, but seriously, where'd that Reaper go? This is freaking me out, guys. It's like I saw a ghost. A ghost named Hajime. I've never seen the replay interface mess up like that before. It's not on you. Oh, did he kill it? Oh, I bet INnoVation killed it with splash damage from the tank. I bet that's what happened. And if you kill your own units, it doesn't show as units lost. Oh, that's in me. That's amazing. Okay. That's what happened. This guy, one of his kills is a friendly fire kill. Shame on him. Yeah, man. Elazer's defending exceptionally well right now. He's got just pockets of Lings everywhere, recognizing that INnoVation isn't really pushing big time anywhere. So he doesn't need a huge defense in any one of these places. He just needs small defense in a lot of places. Again, kind of blindly unloading there and losing 4 Marines in the process. INnoVation's in trouble in this game, you guys. I know he's got 3 bases here, but Elazer's 5th has popped. Like, that is literally a 5th base right now. He's trying to harass. INnoVation has ended up losing 0 drones today, which is never a good sign. And at the end of the day, I don't know, man. I don't know what INnoVation can do here to win this thing. I don't know if he slowed down Elazer nearly enough. There are so many Banelings. And honestly, the answer to mech, if you're a Zerg player, or rather, bio, wow, if you're a Zerg player, at this stage is all of the Banelings. Like, if you just have a Mergillion Banelings, the Terran can't really engage. Like, they could try to target fire, but there are like 20 Banelings. The target firing doesn't do much. Ooh, this... Oh, did you bait him into coming in here? I don't know. Is there army here at the natural base? Not yet. But maybe there will be. Is he going all the way into the main? Nah, he decides to dart on in. I do like the Viper play we're looking at right now. Out of Elazer, and a couple drones do go down for the Zerg player as well. Zerglings chasing, fighting, and chasing. All right, nicely done. And then coming into the main base here, unloading and loading and just not having a great time with it. But 9 drones have been killed. This Liberator, he's got 5 kills, killing Larva down here at the 5th base. Zergling shutting down INnoVation's attempt at a 4th in the meantime, though, and then dealing with the drop at the front at the same time. These guys still, they're still unloading. Man, Adrenal Glands coming in. 15 drones, 16 drones killed. This is how INnoVation wins a game 1, ladies and gentlemen, is by killing 17 drones at the 10-minute mark. Look how long it takes these Lings to kill these Marines. They have +2 armor. Anyway, coming on, nicely done. INnoVation again. Attacking on in, but Elazer responding even more perfectly and shutting it down. He is really doing the Serral style here, and he's doing it exceptionally well. Elazer is giving INnoVation everything he can handle here in game number 1. 5 Ultralisks in production. Chitinous plating on the way. It doesn't take that long. That's one of the shorter upgrades that Zergs have. Corrosive Bile dodged by the medevac quite ably. And then where's he going to unload with these Widow Mines? Widow Mines. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, 7 drones go down. 8 drones go down, but all the Widow Mines get killed in the process. Attack up this way to the north. The Elazer handles that with grace and aplomb. These medevacs have done a lot of damage today to Elazer, and he has to let them go because he doesn't have stuff that flies. Although this queen maybe. 1, 2, 3. The boost! The boost keeps it alive. Nicely done. Oh, hold on. Got one. Nice snipe, queen. 1 kill, 1 medevac. 1 shot, 1 kill. Anabolic Synthesis coming in, but the Ultras do have the armor upgrade. Widow Mines getting some hits on these Lings. It's a weird angle to come in as a Zerg player, but Blinding Cloud on those tanks is pretty good. He whiffs on out. We got Lings and Ultras down here at INnoVation's attempt at a 4th. This is really bad for INnoVation. He loses the 4th base. He loses 10 SCVs. The Ultras even actually managed to get away with it here. 5 kills and 5 kills on those dudes. Widow Mines firing. Ultras keep running, though. Anabolic Synthesis is kicking in. The creep. Almost made it home. That Ultralisk almost made it home there. INnoVation Army Supply is 127 to 80 Zerg supply right now, but Baneling is the great equalizer. Widow Mines on those Banelings. Nice connections on those Widow Mines. That's what INnoVation is going for here. Spire on the way from the Elazer. It's 120 to 100 army supply. INnoVation has a bit of a lead. He has a lot of Marauders for those Banelings to hit on. And pretty good against the Ultralisks too, but coming in, the Viper does Blinding Cloud one of the takes there. Corrosive Biles finishes it off at the same time. Marines just are not going to happen against these Ultras, even if they are already injured. And Elazer pushes this away. Widow Mine hits are big and scary, though, for everybody involved. INnoVation with a question mark. Elazer with the zzz. What is that? Is that BM from Elazer? He's like, I can beat you sleep, and bam! Is that even a GG? Zerg Imba from INnoVation. Whoa! Both players BMing here. I want to say it was probably Elazer who started it. Take a look real quick. There's something that happened right here. Oh, is it friendly fire splash on all that stuff? I think it was. That Widow Mine shot that hit. Yep, that's probably what the question mark was all about. So, boom. That's game 1. Elazer. Elazer, the Polish Zerg player, taking down INnoVation here in game numero uno. Ends up losing 221 Zerglings, 18 Banelings, and 2 Ultras. But, man, he was ready to rock the rest of the game there. Resources lost 15,000 for Elazer, but 14,800 for INnoVation. That's not going to work out for you in the long run. Never able to get a 4th base. That early 3-roach rush did a lot of damage to INnoVation, slowed him down a lot, and Elazer was able to capitalize. Just really, really well played by Elazer in that match. So this is a best of 5. It's not over yet. Let's go on to move into game number 2. We're on Everdream. Bottom left, Elazer. Top right, INnoVation. Man, that game one was a little bit crazy. Wouldn't have thought that it turned into a macro game after Elazer's pool first roach opening, but StarCraft surprises you sometimes. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the series so far. I feel like INnoVation has a lot more in him than we saw in game number 1. And when there's BM in game number 1, game number 2 is going to be incredible. Proxying here is INnoVation. 3 racks proxy. 3 racks proxy from Inno. He's gonna try to... He's gonna try to show Elazer. Song composition, not my favorite thing. Pool first, though! Oh, Elazer! He's like, I know INnoVation likes to proxy. That might have been why he pool first in game 1 anyway. Because he's like, pool first shuts down proxy a lot of the time. Again, though, you can shut down a Terran proxy like this, completely crush it, and the Terran player can still win. So it's not as all-in as you might think it is. You're like, look at all these barracks out in the open here. Man, if this gets shut down... No. I've seen Morrow do it. I've seen INnoVation do it. I've seen Soul do it. I've seen plenty of players do this. Where the Terran fails miserably here. Just lifts up the barracks, goes home with it, walls off, and does everything normal after that. But against a pool first, it's hard. INnoVation with the high. Okay, so he sees the SCV, but he doesn't. Does he? Oh, no! Okay, so he sees the Marine coming in. He knows. He knows it's a proxy. SCV coming in for a bunker. You have to pull the drones. We've seen this. You have to pull the drones here. Oh, the Ling's heading out to kind of like force a full wall here from Inno. I kind of like that. I think that's what that is. They're just going across the map to try to harass on the other side. Queen out. Dude, if that bunker finishes, you're going to lose your natural. What are you doing, Elazer? Oh, this worries me so much for Elazer right now. That bunker is done. The hatchery finishes. Queen on the high ground. What's his plan? I mean, the good news is, again, he's got a roach torn already because the pool finished early. And yeah, the Lings are showing up, harassing on the other side, trying to get through this wall. This is what I like. It forced a whole Marine to come back home to deal with this. So there's 1 Marine fewer at this front line. SCV is trying to get extra damage off on this hatchery. There are roaches, though, and boy, howdy, are there roaches, though. Does he have enough resources to Ravager them? No. He is bleeding resources. He's just going roach. He's going to try to queen roach this thing down. That bunker is all creeped up on. Oh, he's really going to send the roaches across the map. Oh my gosh, he's really going to try to send the roaches across the map. But the Marines are catching up and hitting them. He's sacking his main. Wait, no. He's going for the bunker. He kills the SCVs. Nice transfuses on the Queens. Queen goes down. But the bunker ends up falling. The hatchery survives. These roaches are a little bit slower than the Marines are, even without stim. And he does force INnoVation off his front door. He saves the hatch with all of 140 HP. The fact that these roaches pulled these Marines away from that front door, is that the difference? I don't know. Look at these Marines just stutter stepping into roach destruction here. This is why roaches are not a great unit. They just get absolutely crushed by Marines. In general, cost for sure. I'm surprised he's not making any Ravagers whatsoever, though. I feel like a couple of Ravagers would be worth their weight in gold here. They just have extra range. They have extra speed. They do much better against the Marines do, especially in these smaller numbers. Is this SCV going to get through? Nope. The repair at like 7 HP from INnoVation because, you know, that's how he rolls. This is where the roach count's getting a little bit scary. Oh, he's trying to go for Marauders with concussive shell. Ooh, look at him sneaking, sharking around up here to the north. Keeping an eye on what's going on here. Dude, if there are Marauders in here, the roaches are going to die. That's why we have 12 Lings in production. That's why we have a Spine here to try to help with stuff. It is 20 to 19 workers. Nobody is expanding right now. It's 2 base Zerg versus 1 base Terran. And kind of a throwback to early Wings of Liberty style stuff when this is what everybody did. You attacked on 2 bases, or on 1 base if you were a Terran. You Baneling busted on 2 bases if you were a Zerg, and getting a 3rd base was actually kind of unheard of. Roaches using their melee attack up here on this wall. Well, one of them is now anyway. And here comes the attack. Marauders in. They've got Concussive Shell. Chasing back the Spine Crawler. Any hit the Spine can get is a good hit. Transfuse on that thing. Takes out a Marauder. Elazer with a question mark. Zerglings slow walking their way up here. Mostly just absorbing shots that would otherwise be hitting roaches. And Inno's not microing all that much right now. He's either confident or he feels like it's done. Spine Crawler hit. Ooh, another almost Spine Crawler hit there. I love that animation on the spine where it almost fires. It kind of rears back and then doesn't quite stab at the enemy there. INnoVation, just basically 3 racks all the live long day here. Speed is almost done for the Zerglings. We can see that. With 10 seconds to go, Speedlings against this are going to be so much better than Slowlings were. The creep thread, I like how Elazer's not pushing it. He's not trying to sneak stuff out over here to get picked off. INnoVation has some crying eyes. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. He's pulling the boys! INnoVation coming in with the SCVs. This is it, man. This is INnoVation's final attempt. He's going to get in here or he's going to die trying. Transfuses on the Queens. Ravagers are present. Speedlings are here. Army supply is bigger for Elazer. Plus he has a spine. Yeah, so the SCVs come in for the body block, but the wrap around the left side, the SCV is not really engaged, unfortunately. Spinecrawler getting some serious hits on those workers. All of the SCVs die. Zerglings trying to get hits on those Marauders because the Marauders kill them so poorly. Ravagers, though, just again, worth their weight in gold here. 3 kills, 4 kills, 5 kills on those Ravagers. INnoVation's army has to retreat. There will be no attempt at a follow-up, and good game, Elazer takes a 2-0 lead in this best of 5. INnoVation, man. 2 weeks in a row, his ZVTs are looking bad. They're looking bad for him. They're looking really discouraging for him. I love that Elazer didn't try to drone up. He just had the second hatch for larva production, for queen production. He got speed. He got Ravagers. This Spinecrawler has 4 kills, which is awesome. Ends up with 7 kills on this Ravager, 6 on this one. 6 kills, 6 kill, and a 1-kill queen involved in the mix here, too, for Elazer. So the fact that he scouted it early was a big deal. He was able to shut that down quite nicely. INnoVation, though, pulling the SCVs. 19-3 worker advantage for the Zerg player. You're just not coming back from that. So Inno finds himself down 2-0 against, again, the Polish Zerg player Elazer, who was excellent at this game. Let's move on. Is this a 3-0? Is this going to be kind of another, disappointing series from INnoVation against a European Zerg? I don't know. Stick with it. We'll get there eventually. Nightshade, the ladder edition. Top left INnoVation, bottom right Elazer. Terran is good, says Elazer. Just buildings at home, please. This is so much chatter. Home Story Cup does tend to have more chatter than other tournaments, just because it's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit less official, a little bit less about points and whatnot. INnoVation, more TT, more crying emojis here out of him. But man, being down 2-0 against Elazer is not something I would have expected to see from INnoVation like 2 or 3 years ago, you know? Like, the rise of the foreign scene is kind of nuts. Another pool first here. I was not a huge fan of the region lock, but I really think it did what it was supposed to do. I think it increased the confidence of foreigner players. It encouraged more people to get into StarCraft and work harder at it. And here we have players like Elazer up 2-0 against INnoVation, where before the region lock, I don't think we would ever see that. Yes, but ping I win. What are they talking about here? Someone needs to translate that one for me. Don't ping me. I mean, I guess you can ping the map. They can't see that. What is this pinging they're talking about? They're not on the same team. Pings shouldn't matter. Whatever, it's fine. So another pool first play. INnoVation, I mean, gotta on some level expect the pool first play, right? He's sending the SCV out for the scouting purposes, as you should do, as he always does. There is a Reaper in production. We'll name him in just a minute. But Overlord coming up. This is kind of just the same thing as game number 1. Look, Roach Warren coming in. 2 workers on gas. No speed. This is going to be a Roach attack. The SCV should be able to see what is happening here and give INnoVation time to defend against it. But, so a couple Zerglings out. They're going to keep the SCV from scouting it. I mean, he knows it's a pool first because of the presence of the Lings. I don't know. So the Reaper's like, maybe I do want to come down here. Hey, come back. What the? No. Oh, he's not. He's not. All right, so the Reaper's name is Generic YouTube Viewer. A generic YouTube viewer fell asleep while watching the latest Falcon Paladin video while trying to come up with a name for the next Reaper. He woke up finding himself inside a Terran Reaper suit. He stepped outside of the barracks in horror, realizing that surviving the following match is his only chance of ever coming back home. Good luck with that, man. The last time there was a Reaper on my channel, he got murdered by a tank. His own tank. On his own team. Being a Reaper is a rough existence, man. So he's trying to see what is what, right? But the roaches are on their way already. Reaper trying to see if there are any banelings maybe coming in. He doesn't know. He doesn't know it's a roach warren because he doesn't have the vision for it, right?
Add-on.
The Reaper does see the roach. Okay, so now he knows it's roaches. Now we can go ahead and prepare for that. Making Hellions doesn't seem like the right idea. Immediate bunker toss down. He's making a tech lab on that barracks. Maybe he's trying to get to a Banshee. A Banshee shuts this down pretty nicely, but he's a really, really far away from Banshee tech. I mean, that starport has to finish. Well, actually not that far away. The tech lab's already done. So we're good. He's going to use it to make a Marauder first and then maybe swap it over to the starport. We'll see. But the roaches are here. Hellions are not a great answer. Nice. Wow, on that wall. Just barely, barely finishing in time. I think he could have sniped the SCV building that bunker, but he didn't quite target fire it correctly. He decides to head on home. So it's Banshee. Yep, there we go. Banshee, Tech Lab, and Cloak coming in here. Third base coming up for Elazer behind it. He didn't actually do enough in this game, I don't think, to deny or delay INnoVation at all. Did he scout the... He saw the Tech Lab. Maybe he just assumed there was a Banshee on the way, and he was just like, I'm going to send my roaches home before they get killed, before they can get there. Because that is always a bad thing. When your roaches are trying to get home, but there's a Banshee, like, sniping them the whole way. Hellions getting into the natural. 2 drones down instantly. 2 more drones down. 1 more drone. Couple more there. All the Hellions are dead. They are YOLO Hellions, but they killed 6 drones. And that slows down Elazer. That's better than what we saw in game numero uno there. Lings got in, killed 3 SCVs, but Banshee, Hellion, Marine pretty good at shutting that stuff down. Single Marine happily firing away at that Overlord on its perch. He thought he was safe, but he's not. Does Elazer have detection? Is he throwing down spores? He knows there's a Banshee. The Banshee has killed, like... Okay, the Banshee's killed nothing. But the Banshee was instrumental in holding against that Ling attack earlier. I don't rightly know. Okay, spores are coming up now, though. At least one. At least one spore. 2 Banshees are present. They're ready to go. 2 Banshees are about 150% more effective than 1. You'd think it would just be, you know, twice as effective, but no. No, it's not. Wait, would that be 200%? My percentages are questionable. That spore positioning, though, was just perfect. It's like, where will the Banshees try to attack first? That's where I'll make my first spore. By golly, that worked out. Does he have... Oh, he does have an Overseer. Trap! Get out of here! The Queens can see you now! And they do. They do escape very gracefully, as Banshees are wont to do. Third base for INnoVation inside the wall of his natural, going for bio, based on the 1-to-1 upgrades we're seeing on those double engineering bays. Hellions trying to not get surrounded. And they don't, but he's done so much better at slowing down Elazer's economy in this game. It's 31 to 26 army supply for INnoVation. He has a bigger army. The Banshees are sniping off additional drones back here. Elazer is down to 57 workers. He'd probably prefer to be at 70 right now, but it's not panning out for him. His economy is kind of taking a hit here. As we can see, the INnoVation has the better economy right now. A lot of that is mules in fairness, but also the economic damage that he's been doing on the other side of the map. Hey, you ever checked out the Falcon Paladin Hour? It is a weekly podcast dedicated to StarCraft and TV shows and movies and video games and stuff we're excited to see coming up in the future and stuff we're playing. And it's a free podcast, obviously. Just check it out. Just search Falcon Paladin Hour. You can search Falcon Paladin as well on Spotify, Falcon Space Paladin there. If you're interested in listening to your podcasts out on that platform, we are now recently there as well. So here comes INnoVation with a Marine tank push. Got some Hellions in the mix. Going to push right up the front here. Creep spread is beautiful for this very purpose, though. Going to see exactly what's coming with plenty of early warnings. Centrifugal Hooks is on the way, but I don't think it's going to be involved in this first push, which is problematic. If you don't have speed Banelings, you're in trouble. Also, this is a perfect tank position. Tank not bothering with it, though. He's going to go after this fourth base. I don't know. With these rocks in the way, that really gives INnoVation a nice place to retreat to. I think that's a canceled hatch. The Banelings don't have speed. That's a canceled fourth. INnoVation looking really good in this one. Really ready to go here. Killing creep tumors. Army supply 63 to 44, which is just an incredible, incredible advantage. Centrifugal Hooks is finally kicking in here. About time for Elazer, he says. His upgrades take some time to get there. Trying to maybe poke at the army off creep. That's a dangerous idea. Got Hellbats in the mix here. Banelings trying to come up, losing several of them. 2 aggression here from INnoVation is really good stuff. Banshee can actually eventually kill this hatch, even while it's coming up. The damage output from a Banshee is pretty darn great against buildings, but Queen snipes it right down. Lings rolling into this third base of INnoVation. Picking off a lot of these SCVs. The friendly fire splash from that tank is mean, though. Really causing some problems there. So, generic YouTube commenter is dead. He was killed at some point here. Did not make it home, unfortunately for him. Rest in peace, generic YouTube commenter. Probably stuck in the dreamscape forever now. Was it a dream after all? Who knows? Just going Hydraling Bane is Elazer. Hydralisks, Banelings, 2-2 for the Banelings and Lings. The Hydras don't get those upgrades. Well, the attack upgrade anyway. Prosabile on a tank, losing a Ravager in the process. Seems like a fair trade there. The low ground not quite as scary, but man, another hatch is gonna go down. Lings rolling into a pretty well defended area. This tank ends up with 9 total kills. And INnoVation gets shoved off again, but only after killing this hatch. So he's done such a better job today. Killing hatches, killing drones, that's how you beat Zerg. If you don't do that, it's really hard to pull it off. Really hard to pull it off past about the 10-minute mark. You can kill them with a really strong push pre-10 minutes, but after 10, if you haven't bothered them enough, they look really, really, really scary. Really wants to take down these rocks with his +1 Lings. And they do get there eventually. Elazer happily on 4 bases, but not actually retaking his 5th base here, which seems like a problem since INnoVation's landing his 4th right now. INnoVation is ready to rock. Creep Tumor does not get focused down there. That creep tumor lives despite Marines walking all over it. Either way, big time Baneling attacks rolling in from both sides. Lings and Banelings. Oh no! Oh no, INnoVation! Losing everything there. What a beautiful multi-pronged attack. That is how you gotta do if your Zerg is multi-pronged, coming from different angles, so the Terran can't stim and run away. That is how you beat them. 5th base coming up on the right side. INnoVation's 4th, again, is rolling heavily, though. Income right now is pretty close, which is not where you want to be if you're a Elazer. You want to be ahead substantially so you can compete with what INnoVation is doing with his more cost-efficient units in general. Oh, there's burrowed Lings over here, but there's a planetary. Like, I don't know what they're going to accomplish. Especially once this turret finishes, they're just dead. Oh, that's actually a sensor tower. Never mind. Zerglings do jump on top of this tank, which has 4 kills. It is gone now. These little Ling counterattacks, I don't know if they're really accomplishing everything Elazer wants them to.
Base is under attack.
Big time Elazer attack coming in. There's not much here for INnoVation because his army's over on this side. We're going to do a trade base for a base here, it looks like. SCV's getting picked up and evacuated from the premises before the Banelings can roll in and wipe them out. That hatchery does go down to Elazer, loses his 4th. Again, the base killing has been fantastic today from INnoVation. He didn't even lose this orbital either. He's going to lose some supply depots. He is supply blocked fairly heavily, which is incredibly annoying, but he's making 3 supply depots in the meantime. Burrowed Banelings are here, though. They are ready. Oh, gosh, these SCVs. Oh! 14 SCVs down in 1 hit. What a cheeky, disgusting move out of Elazer. That was great. Burrowed Banelings, man. Whenever they connect, when they succeed, they are game-changing. As that was. Look, more Burrowed Banelings here. Oh, but INnoVation not walking his army over them. Not scanning for them either. I don't know about this engagement. He does get in before the tanks can engage in siege mode. Coming from different directions. This is a great match. This is such a good game number 3 right now. INnoVation's up 160 to 137. Up in army supply about 2 to 1. 115 to 64. Hydra's coming in to shut down INnoVation's 3rd base. Again, more SCVs gonna die. But INnoVation bravely stepping onto creep. He's got his 3-3. Marines come down and clear out the Hydralisk Ravager infestation there. Tanks in the mix. I don't know that Elazer has enough Banelings to do this. His army supply is only at 66 right now. His strategy so far has really sort of been just be where INnoVation is not, right? Harass him in areas where he's not comfortable, where he doesn't have a lot of defense. But he's really only ever taken out INnoVation's big-time army like once or twice. I don't know if that's the way to do this. Burrows his drones in. I like the minerals are above ground. If you burrow a Zergling that is carrying minerals. Another hatch down. This is looking pretty darn dire for Elazer. He's at 66 army supply. He loses another hatchery. He's a 3-basing Zerg versus a 4-basing Terran. Yes, Elazer has a lot of drones, but that is not going to make enough of a difference for him here when the army supply is huge. Those drones are not actually mining anywhere. A large number of them aren't doing any sort of that thing. Lings and Banelings, nicely done. Nicely chasing them away there. And INnoVation very patiently. Not interested in just YOLOing in here. He knows that going on to creep against a Zerg player is just inviting Banelings to crash into your face. Queen's engaging a little bit too closely to the army here. Transfuses keep him alive. A couple of them go down. But a couple of them do survive here too. This is just too much. This is so much. Lings roll into INnoVation's 3rd base. And so many SCVs have died in this game. It's kind of insane. But at the same time, the base count is huge. Banelings rolling in. Vipers on top of the tanks. Nice connections here, but there's too much, and INnoVation ends up taking down Elazer to prevent a sweep and get himself on the board. What the? 2? What? Oh, right. 2-1. There, we got it. We made it. We were late, but we made it there. Beautiful stuff, man. Elazer loses 22,000 resources. INnoVation only loses 16. He ends up killing 4 hatcheries, and I think he canceled one that was coming up too, so that's 5 hatcheries down. Did not lose a base today, lost 49 SCVs, only killed 24 drones, but the base killing was huge. The economy here greatly favoring INnoVation for the largest part of the last 2 minutes. Again, these attacks onto his 3rd base were non-stop. And I mean, they almost got the orbital there, but this base largely protected because it's a planetary, which is always very nice. And then, yeah, just beautiful pushing here. Again, not being too aggressive, but taking out hatchery after hatchery after hatchery. And INnoVation is back in the series. So Terran fans, rejoice. We're not done yet. It was not a 3-0 sweep. Stick with it. Let's see what happens in the rest of this best of 5. Let's see if Elazer goes for a pool first again here on Eternal Empire. Bottom left, INnoVation. Top right, Elazer. Woo! This has been a fun series. I like it when the players chat up each other. I think I'm in favor of allowing them to chat with each other in games and not have it called BM and get punished for it, right? I mean, professional sports allow that. The NBA allows it, the NFL allows it, hockey allows it, soccer allows it. Esports should too. Oh my gosh! It's a proxy hatch! I saw the drone coming out and I was like, what? It's early, but okay, scout if you want, I guess. Nope! He's going for the proxy hatch. Shades of Bly, Shades of Scarlet. Elazer now joins the list of players I have seen go for a proxy hatch in a professional game. Like in a tournament setting. It's now Elazer, Bly, and Scarlet, and I think that's it. Holy crap, this is good. This is really good from Elazer. We'll see if it works. We'll see if INnoVation scouts it or not. He really should have no reason to do so, considering the fact that Elazer's gone for this pool first stuff. Oh, even double gas back home. Pool coming up. This is going to be like a proxy roach attack, which is awesome, which is so good. Part of the problem with the roach attack is that it's slow. It takes forever to get across the map. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Inno has no idea what's coming in here. He is going to notice a complete lack of natural base in about 20 seconds. So that might help him survive. I don't know. There's your Roach Warren. I did a proxy hatch recently in a 3v3. I played with Simulacrum. It was great. It was fantastic. We got up a ramp, but then like the Protoss had Immortals and I was relying heavily on Spine Crawlers and that didn't happen. Hey, look at this. There's Creep over here. And I was like, wait, what? What is happening? Well, the answer is Creep, obviously. So, nothing much. No queens. Oh, 3 roaches as soon as that Roach Warren finishes. Immediate factory production. Immediate bunker production. Man, the Reaper could maybe get over here and do some damage to this drone line, too. I'm not sure how much use he is over here. Like, for real, man. Get up here. There's no queen. There are no lings to stop you from massacring all of these juicy drones. None. Alright, man. The roaches are present. First casualty. Un-SCV. Can they deny the natural base? They get it. They deny the natural. But at this point, it is a 1 base to a 1 base. So INnoVation has an advantage right now. There you go. Canceling the command center. He knows there's nothing back home for Elazer. Elazer needs to win this now. I'm just saying he does. The Ravagers, again, worth their weight in gold at the moment. Supply depot down. Does not supply block INnoVation. Another supply depot down. Does supply block INnoVation. He's trying to do this thing, but the bunker is really all that's keeping INnoVation alive right now. Corrosive Bile, repair. You don't have enough Ravagers to one-shot this bunker, man. Is he making more? He's making more. Excellent. It's 15 to 23 workers. Like, INnoVation... Okay, some of his are off the line, so income should be fairly even. It's been favoring INnoVation pretty much this whole game. If you go proxy hatch, be prepared for a low-income style game, Zerg players. Keep that in mind. Going for a starport. Getting a Cyclone, which is a great idea. Again, the Corrosive Bile's not accomplishing a whole lot. So he's making another Ravager for more Corrosive Bile shenanigans. Cyclone says, I'm gonna lock on you guys and murder you. Ooh, they could lock on that Overlord. That'd be such a great pickoff from Inno. Such a great pickoff from INnoVation. Is he going home? You can't go home. You can't go home. You don't have an expansion. You're continually pumping roaches out here. I don't see this working, honestly. I'm looking at it. I don't see it. I don't see Elazer pulling this off. The Cyclone is real scary. You can't kill it. Because if you come over this way, the Overlord gets locked on and dies. There's 2 Cyclones now, so double the trouble. There's going to be Banshees here eventually. Elazer does not have an expansion. Resources lost here. He's only killed 400 resources worth of stuff for Inno. That's it, man. 400. INnoVation is happy to be on 1 base as long as you're on 1 base. You crazy Zerg player going for a proxy hatch up 2 to 1 against INnoVation. He can't. He can't go home. Alright, well, he's going to kill these rocks. Take out his aggression on that. Reaper scouting around, trying to see what's what. I'm telling you, Reaper could make a killing over this way. Except speed is almost done for the Zerglings, so maybe not as much. Laser's going for it. Crosipios trying to take down the bunker, but the bunker lives. The repair is good. No! The bunker does go down. The Ravagers, though, getting target fired by Banshees and by Cyclones, and every Ravager's down. Good game, INnoVation forces a game number 5 in an intense proxy hatch Ravager scenario there. He does go down. Cyclones, again, worth their weight in gold. 5 kills, 3 kills, 5 kills, 3 kills on those. The Banshee ends up with 2. The bunker died, sure. But in the end, all the Ravagers died. And there was a Reaper causing problems in your neighborhood, too. So GG, INnoVation forces into a critical game number 5 here for your Sunday series. I could not be more overjoyed. Oh, man, game 5s are my favorite. Game 5, best of 5 between these two players who honestly are having such a fun and entertaining series here. Every game has been weird in its own way, and that's what I like. StarCraft has the potential to be weird a lot. And that's what we're here for. Is that a dead Overlord? Yep, dead Overlord blood. Little organs falling out. Gross. Gross stuff. This looks like a PC part. Look how circular that is. It's like a hitch on a truck, like for towing a boat. Okay, we'll be right back, promise. A game 5 that's on Golden Wall. What did we do to deserve this? It was something good, I think. Left side of Golden Wall, a weird map for weird games. It is INnoVation. He was down 2-0, and now he's tied 2-0. 2-2. Tied 2-0. Come on, brain. Right side of the map, we have the Blue Zerg player, Elazer. He was up 2-0. Now he's tied 2-2. It's amazing how being tied 2-2 can feel so different depending on where you're sitting, right? Like, for Elazer, he feels bad. For INnoVation, he feels good. He's got momentum, baby. He held off a dumb proxy hatch play from that silly Elazer. Just doing what he does. Oh, this is so great. This is so good. He beat him in a macro game, too. Even when Ultralisks were out. INnoVation. INnoVation, so good at this game. Okay. Oh my gosh, a hatch first. Our first hatch first of the day from Elazer. It's right here. 16 hatch on Golden Wall. Weird map. You have this. They can be mined out, give you access to a base, or it could be used to attack you, which is bad. You have these little gold bases you can take, but then your enemy can come behind here and attack your workers if they just go ahead and take down their own little wall back here. It's such a weird map. Look, there are 4 bases back here, and none of them are really protected from anything. I would be shocked. I'd be shocked if we saw anybody expand down to any of these today whatsoever. From what I've seen, Zerg's like expanding up this side, maybe trying to take this gold base, maybe expanding up here. Terran, same story. I mean, I've seen Terran player try to take this. Absolutely. In the INnoVation versus Rogue best of 7 that I cast out on africatv.com/laughingames a couple weeks ago, which, by the way, if you want to see me cast live StarCraft with players like INnoVation and Rogue, bookmark that page. Follow me on Twitter. I'll tell you when the next one's going to be out on twitter.com/Falcon Paladin. I'll probably put a video up on the channel telling you when it's going to happen too. Anyway, when I was doing that, INnoVation tried to hold this. Rogue went Mutalisks, though, and he wiped out this mineral line so many, just hanging out back here. Blah, 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 blah. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. It was a problem. Big time problem. So we have a Reaper. The Reaper's name is Elmer Fudd. A little known fact about the history of the Terran Dominion: they declared war on a group of bunnies. They were tunneling underneath Vespine geysers and causing the assimilators to destabilize, seriously injuring several SCVs. To combat the PR nightmare, Mengsk hired Elmer Fudd, believing him to be an expert hunter to clear out the infestation. Fudd, however, has not even the foggiest idea of how to go about that and failed to kill even one bunny. For his failure, he was thrown into a Reaper suit and sent to the front lines. Let's hope for his sake that he's better at hunting workers than Wascally Wabbits. Actually, it was written Rascally Rabbits, but that's not how he says it. It's Wascally Wabbits. Third base being delayed here by the Reaper. I love this so much. I love it so much. Drone coming up. The Queen's in position to protect it at this point. Reaper maybe could dart in and delay, but also might just straight up die, which you don't want to do. Going for the scout! Woo! Ah! Second Queen finishes him off. Elmer. Yeah, no bunnies killed, which translates into no Zerglings killed either. Alright, INnoVation's natural base, up and happily running. He's got a third CC on the way, because of course he does. Terran Terran players these days are going to be aggressively expansionary, especially against Zerg players. It just makes sense to do so. As the Zerg player's not trying to kill you fast, which, I don't know. Is there a Roachworn yet? No. Is there a Lair yet? No. This might just be the most macro of all games today. Like, just straight up, you've seen this a bunch of times style game. Viking in production. Zergling sees the Hellions and says, yes, of course, Hellions, right. Nothing too crazy about that at all. Creep spread in, looking pretty good. Elazer's creep spread is very nice. I have no complaints about it today. Baneling Nest coming in from Elazer. And a Liberator in production from INnoVation. That's not standard necessarily. We don't see that in every game. It's really good though. Like, it is very rare to see a Liberator not get at least 1 or 2 kills. That said, being stationary means you're a pretty good target for things like, I don't know, Ravagers and Queens and Spores and stuff. Spore coming up for Elazer, as well as going for a Lair. Baneling Nest just about done. This really feels like a Ling Queen Baneling style defense for some time until it gets into Ultralisks. That is what it's feeling like today for me. It does seem like the end game for Zerg players these days is Ultras, right? Even if they're going for Hydras mid-game, they're getting upgrades for the Ultralisks that they like to eventually get out. It is really hard for Terran to deal with it, especially if the Terran's INnoVation and he really, really loves Marines. Because Marines are fantastic until a million Banelings show up or Ultralisks show up. Against everything else, they're amazing. So, Hellions trying to get into this third. Nice pull. Great pull on the drones. Liberator sneaking around, but an Overlord sees that. And, I mean, I'd be shocked if anything happened here. The Queens are moving into position. Liberator shouldn't really want to set up. If you're taking hits before you set up, you're probably in a bad place. This Queen pops out just in time to help here a little bit. And it does. Nice pull on the drones. Getting out of there. The Hellions not YOLOing today. Not willing to move in there and die. Is there a Queen at this third? I don't know, but there's creep spread. Okay, these Queens. Hoofing it. Hoof, 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 hoof. Great drone pull again. Oh, if the Hellions jump on top of those drones as they're away. No! Lings and Banelings moving to intercept. Liberator goes down. I think it maybe killed a Queen. Yeah, Queen went down. It's alright. It's not fantastic, but it's alright. And Inno is taking this gold base. Okay. He did this against Rogue. No reason for him not to do it against Elazer is what I say about it. So Zergling sees what's up. It's like, interesting. Spire time! Spire it is. Spire just good on this map because, oh, this area down here is flying space that really the Terran player doesn't really want to engage in. Like, they don't want to mine this thing out and have Marines patrolling down here constantly, so that's what that is for. Yep, see this. +1/+1 for the ground units, the melee, as well as centrifugal hooks, and getting burrow. And a 4th base coming up for Elazer in the top right. So, yep, this is where we are. This is what we've seen before. Income tab, again, wildly back and forth, but largely favoring INnoVation over the last, 5 minutes of the game when it really started to branch out. He's got 63 workers, 3 bases, and mules. Great wall of supply depots coming up to cover this ramp up to the 3rd base. There's another ramp leading up to the 3rd base, but I don't know. Oh, jumping on the tank. Oh, gosh. All right, takedown. Zergling's all dead, though. By that I mean 3 of them escape with minimal HP. 4 of them escape with minimal HP. Very nice stuff. Creep spread continuing to push across. Is there going to be a scan here or not? This is a lot of Hellions, actually. This might warrant getting an armory. He does have an armory. Okay, so these are potentially Hellbats, and there you go. There is the Hellbat transformation. Top side. Medivac trying to get a drop up, but no. Man, I like how Elazer's familiar with INnoVation's little trick of unloading near a hatchery, and if it's scary, he just picks up and unloads a little bit further back. And Elazer's like, I know you're going to do that, so he's just ready to meet him before he gets there. So INnoVation pushing out, man. His life is on the line here in this series. Mutalisks out. Again, Mutalisks seem to be very popular in the current meta. I don't know why. It really seems like every Mutalisk game that I see from anybody outside of Rogue and Serral, they lose about 30 or 40 Mutalisks. And sure, you can win losing 30 Mutalisks, but it's not pretty. It's not really ideal. That said, they're really good against these Hellbats and tanks and stuff, though. Marauders, too. See, look, the Muta's coming right for this gold base, which has a turret at it. They're not even, I don't think they're even bothering. They're just killing what they can. They're picking off individual SCVs where they can find them. Nice ink. No. There you go. He does manage to escape there. INnoVation continuing with his very scary push. Elazer's got a 5th base coming up here. He's making 8 Banelings at a time. He's got a whole bunch of them with 1/1. 2/2 coming in as well. The Mutalisks need to be controlled so perfectly. So perfectly if they're going to win this game. These Mutas all die. It's the beginning of the end for Elazer. He's not going mass Muta, I don't think. We're looking at, I don't know, what does he have? Count for me, game. 12 with a 12 total. Going for +1 flyer, which he's, you know, he's investing here a little bit in these guys. He's trying to take down supply depots, supply block INnoVation, and make it easier for Lings to show up here later. Does get the supply depot, almost supply blocking Inno, which is really annoying, but wow, gets a Hellbat, doesn't lose a Mutalisk in the process. Very nicely played from Elazer. So this base is going to pop. I like what Elazer's doing. I gotta say, I really enjoy this play. He's got Lings, Banelings, Creep spread. All of his bases are connected by Creep. That's the priority here. You can have Creep across the other side of the map, but if your bases aren't connected by Creep, it is not a good experience for you, and will continue to be a bad experience for you. Ka-chow! Engaging off Creep, not what you want to do. INnoVation has a 4th base. It's a planetary fortress, as they are traditionally. Muta's taking that splash from the Thors! Okay, that was bad. I mean, it could have been worse, but it was still bad. INnoVation's got the units he needs to handle this. This 5th base is in trouble. Again, Elazer really wants to kind of mess with the army as it's coming across here, but nice attack from multiple angles here. The Thors do get wiped out. A lot of Marines going down to Banelings. Some Banelings managing to escape. More Banelings coming up. The Mutas are largely alive. 6 of them have gone down. There are still 8 remaining, so he's doing all right. The Mutafog is not as terrifying as it once was, but he didn't lose all of them either, which I'm very happy to see. Mutas that are 3 turrets. Oh, full medevac, full medevac! Oh, full medevac down. That is just wrong time, wrong place. I have no reason why Elazer would think to watch that area or intercept that medevac that he didn't know was there, I don't think. But reaction time, good enough to wipe it out. Mutas, again, just trying to engage when INnoVation doesn't have a big scary army, right? Be everywhere he's not. Harass, hit and run. Guerrilla warfare tactics is what he's going for today, which is a little bit interesting. We don't usually see Zerg players do a lot of this kind of stuff. It's usually something that Terran players are more into. In fairness, he's got Mutas, which are the harassing unit. They're not really intended to be in straight-up engagements. They were in that last one, but only because they could magic box the Thor and prevent splash damage from hitting them, and there weren't any Marines protecting the Thor. That's kind of the big deal. Magic box works great if the Thor is alone. So Elazer keeps his 5th base. He's got a 6th base coming up at the gold. INnoVation's got a 5th coming up. Actually, it's done and upgrading to a planetary up at the top left here. Army supply 127 to 88. Income is hugely favoring Elazer right now. Mutas again, not really part of the play. 24 Lings in production. Working on 3-3. Working on flyer attack level 2. It's almost done, but I'm not sure how much that matters. To be honest, this really just needs to be a bunch of Lings and Banelings, which we've seen Sue do on the channel very recently. It's just a bamillion Lings and Banelings. A bamillion. It's a new unit of measurement. Hatch down! First hatch of the day, I think it is. First hatch of the day. How much gas do you have for Banelings, Elazer? A lot of gas for Banelings, actually. Thank you for asking, Falcon. So he's making 27. There we go. 27 Banelings coming in. Look at these Mutas. Oh, another Muta down. Banelings rolling in. Rolling. Keep those Banelings rolling. Oh my god. Okay, that's just enough. That is enough. That is the technical term for that number of Banelings is enough Banelings. Widowmine's getting some decent hits off of the reinforcements from INnoVation suddenly make it not enough after all. It's 82 to 44 army supply. This is a reason banelings are kind of a double-edged sword. They're amazing, but they also die in order to be amazing. Whereas, you know, other units can be amazing and they don't have to die in the process. It's great. Oh no, INnoVation. He's pushing. He's got a tiny foothold and advantage here to take down this gold base of Elazer's. Queen's trying to fight in the mix here. We got Ultralisks in production. 4 of them on the way, but it's not enough. INnoVation wins the series. Good game, well played from Elazer. Less chatter in that match for sure, but dang, hit that like button if you're a Terran fan, excited to see INnoVation winning in a best of 5 where he was down 2-0. He was down 2-0, you guys. Amazing. Income hugely favoring Elazer for the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. INnoVation ends up killing 21,000 resources worth of Zerg and only loses 15 himself. Kills 14 mutas, 35 banelings, 2 hatcheries, 7 queens, 300 Zerglings. He did lose 4 Thors, which is a lot. He lost all of his Hellbats, 100 Marines, 19 Marauders, and all of his tanks, but this is where he wants to be. The goal here for INnoVation is to be in a position where he absorbs a huge baneling attack. See, it's green for banelings. And then he still has enough remaining, enough 3/3 Marines with combat shield and stim and a couple medevacs that he can continue to stay where he is and just attack the base that he's at. From there, he's got that foothold, and he can continue to rally units to it and continue to push in here. Elazer tapped out because he had 14 lings, and that was it. 14 lings, period. He was making the 4 ultras, but I don't know that 4 ultras was going to be enough here, considering there were 23 Marines, 15 Marauders, with 3 more Marauders and more medevacs in production. It was a bit of a premature GG. You're still in the 4 bases, but INnoVation expanding up to this top left side at the same time. It was going to be an incredible uphill battle, and he was not feeling up to it. So fantastic. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful best of 5 there from INnoVation. Really fun stuff, too. Elazer made it fun. Elazer did fun things that we don't see a lot of. Proxy hatcheries and 3 roach rushes and Ravager attacks and all sorts of fantastically entertaining stuff. But for today, that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Sunday series. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.